Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome. What's your last name? Friedman?
Yeah, you can say
That'd be great. Just kidding.
You guys, well, it's Morgan. It's Emo Nite Radio on AMP. Man, I can't. I have the opportunity to talk the entire time, and I don't have to like cut this shit into like 2-minute segments. But I'm here with my friends Pierce the Veil. This is our first show. This is the first show that we are doing.
Unbelievable.
Thank you guys for doing this. I really do. I really do appreciate it. If Tony, Jaime, Vic, thank you guys.
To be alive.
It is strange. You guys just came from video.
We did. We had a video shoot last night for our new single.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended at 3 a.m, and then
we're here.
We got up and came here
For the 6 a.m. interview.
To see
you
our
can't
good man
tell, but
Morgan.
it's 6 a.m. in the morning.
How much do you want me to gas you up?
How much time you
As
have?
much as you got, really.
Like for real, how much
been
you want
minute.
me?
We haven't heard any good things.
Jaime's confidence is pretty low right now,
Yeah.
so if you
Look
could
at me.
boost him
Bump
up.
him up a little bit.
This is the first
I
interview.
wore an orange shirt because I wanted attention.
I know. You construction.
Yeah, totally. And I was an ex-construction worker.
How? This is the first interview in how many years?
God.
Well, now that
Since,
I mean,
since
I
about
interview him.
2017.
I interview Jaime like every once in a while just to
see how we interview each other
Just to
all the
check
time.
in.
I'm like, hey, little Tony, how you doing? Yeah, it's a whole thing. But from
Together.
a professional, it's been a minute.
Well, thank you for being the first. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate it. I can't tell you like. All right, are you guys ready for the gassing?
bring it
All
on.
right.
Jaime needs it.
I don't know if I've ever heard that statement before.
All right, the only.
Are you ready for the gassing?
It's not good. As a Jew, not
Yeah.
good. Jesus Christ. Like, but you got like, all right. So, I told you out there that this, like, I get so many songs sent to me, and I've never asked for another like the song to be resent to me, so I can listen to it. I don't know how you did it.
Go on.
But it's like
Go on.
there was a time. All right, this is the way and we can all talk about this like as much as you want because like I fucking feel the same way as I felt about. I don't know how you feel about Machine Gun Kelly, but it doesn't matter. I think he's a great guy and I think he's a fucking good dude. He showed me his fucking song that he did with Youngblood in a car.
No way.
Oh yeah, that song's awesome.
Dude,
Yeah.
the first thing, like he showed me like the first like couple chords like in the car. He's like, it's not done. I felt the same way about that I did about the song that I heard on a set from you guys. And I just wanted to continuously listen to it. And I know everybody, like, I don't know how much cameras we got going on, but Coco can reaffirm that I was just like, hey, let's continuously listen to this fucking thing. Like,
On repeat. Wow.
dude, it's incredible. Like, you guys did an incredible job. Just the entire. I haven't gotten the.
Morgie.
I haven't gotten the full album. Nobody will send it to me. And
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
But
We
just,
know a guy.
Yeah.
We can.
How was that? Like, what do you guys like? You went into this. It sounds different. It sounds different. It sounds different.
Yeah.
Than old Pierce the Veil stuff.
It does. I mean,
Tell us how it sounds different.
Tell me exactly how it sounds different. No, I mean, first, thank you so much. Those are very kind words.
Yeah, thanks, Morgan.
Well, it
Yeah,
sounds like
we appreciate
Morgan's
it,
music.
Appreciate
It sounds like Morgan's fuck music to fuck to.
You know,
I love that playlist.
I love
title.
when you say that. That makes me like.
No, it is
when
like
we were in
that's
the
like
studio
I want
in
that.
New Orleans, a thought came to my mind and said, "Hey guys, why don't we try to make more songs for Morgan to fuck to?"
That's
That was
exactly
the
what he
whole-
said.
Well, if it hasn't happened in a long time, so like every time I do hear a song like that, I'm like, I could probably throw this fucking thing on.
Yeah.
Dude, I just like, I know. Okay, bass players don't get a lot of fucking love, ever.
Dude, I've been a new metal baby for forever. So this gave me that kind of moment where I almost want to bring my bass all the way to the floor and play this song.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, like the song Past Nirvana, like which we'll play. I feel like you deserve an incredible shout out for like what
Love it.
how
Appreciate
this
you, man.
went how this went. Like go do the songwriting whatever. Like I don't want to do like boring fucking like how is the songwriting process, but like like, how did this go into? Because every time I'd ask Vic to come fucking play Emo Nite, she'd be like, don't text Vic. He's got to finish the fucking album. Don't text any of them. He's got to finish the fucking album. He's got to do this shit.
Yeah, we had a lot of...
And I want to say on the record, you could text me anytime you want, Morgan. I said it to you again.
Anytime.
Said it before.
Say
Call
it
me,
again.
text me.
Well, how did this go? Like, how did this process go? Because it really feels different. I swear to God, Goosebumps feels different. Big shit.
Well,
like,
yeah, I mean, everything about this record was different for us. Like, we went to New Orleans, worked with a new producer, Paul Meany, like, got a house on Royal Street in New Orleans and turned it into a crazy studio. Like, we put drums in the living room, guitar cabs in the kitchen, like, the whole monitor desk was in another living room. Like, it was wild. Like, something that you see, like, it was like to me, it reminded me of like a Rick Rubin vibe, where he does like Slipknot and the Chili Peppers, and like they just buy this like mansion in the hills somewhere and they just set up a studio in there. And I was like, it just gave me that vibe.
Dude, was it weird? Like, you guys, I know that you guys have used a couple producers in the past, like the ones that you like trust. Does it feel like cheating on them?
It's funny. I actually called our last producer, Dan Corneff, who did our last two albums.
Who's the fucking man, by the way?
Yeah, I called him actually before we did this new record and just like talked to him about it. I was like, dude, like this has nothing to do with his work, because we love his work, and but we just really just felt like naturally we wanted to do something different across the board, like all the way across the board, from producer to the sound to where we do it, how we do it,
to the non-traditional studio setup. We've done every record in like a proper studio with treated everything, and
so I wanted to talk to Dan and just like let him know, like, we're still gonna work together, but just like we're gonna do this record a little different. And so I mean, we're all still like super tight.
I mean, it sounds like that. It really sounds like, I mean, I've heard I just swear to God, I've heard one song, and it was like when we did that video. We did the video. It was the first time I ever heard the song. I was like, hey, can I get the song, just like get a fucking vibe of it? And they're like, no. You can't. Like, they're like, no, you can't fucking have this song.
No soup for you, my good man.
And I was like, no, I just like want to hear what the fuck
what's going on.
What
have
what's
you guys
going
been
on
up to, man?
Like, what? I just wanted to hear it, and they're like, no. And I was like, respect. And so the first time I ever heard it was when we shot the fucking video, which was like last week.
Yeah,
right?
Thank you so much
backstory for anyone who doesn't know what's going on. We shot a video for our new single, and I needed help with it because I needed to find the right cast for this video, and I felt like in my gut somehow I just was like, Morgan knows how to do this right now. I don't know why. I just like felt like this was like perfect for you to help us out with, and called up Morgan, and he was like, yeah.
And you were great in it.
He's like, he's
unbelievably
no
great in it.
Let's gas me up. Let's gas
it
me
was
up.
The handshake you gave the other guy, man, unbelievable.
Which one?
The one, I mean, there's a good handshake in the music video.
Oh, fucking Matt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Wolf
You guys look great. You guys both looked awesome.
Dude, it's because all these guys are my fucking friends.
Yeah,
like, they were like all
you
friends.
Can't
I was
fake
like,
that shit.
I knew exactly what Vic was talking about. And but the thing is like when we were there, I was like, I saw the treatment. I saw like Vic, like whoever wrote the treatment. Was it you guys that wrote this together?
We all kind of like
it was kind of
shaped it together with the director.
Is that like something that you guys...
Who's the director is also named Jaime, so having two Jaimes on anything is probably better than one.
That's annoying also.
It's also super annoying because at one point a key grip was like talking to me like I knew what the fuck was going on, and he's like, where do you want me to put the car? And I was like, I don't know who you are, but you think you know who I am. And I'm like, I'm just in the band. He's like, oh, I don't want the band guy. I want the director
just
guy.
In the band. Sorry, guys. I'm just in the fucking band.
Well,
but
in
like,
a music video, nobody wants to talk to the band. They want to talk to the director.
Yeah, but here's the fucking thing is like, I think you guys have an incredible vision about like what you wanted this to look like and what you wanted to like what it looks like on screen. So I kept coming up to y'all and going, who do I put here? What do we do? Like, because they kept asking me. They're like, who do you want? Like in anything? And I'm like, hey, man, I just casted this. But like I finally heard the song and I was like, oh, I get it. Like it snapped. It like fucking clicked in my head. Like what this should fucking, if I was directing something, like what this would look like. And I just want, like, when you guys do these videos and when you do the tours and when you do the visuals and when you do the fucking like albums, what what's that look like? Fuck, I hate that question. But what's it like? How does this come together? It's stupid. It's a stupid question. It's fucking dumb, dude. But like, how does this come together? Like, somebody have a riff, like you bring it to fucking Vic, you bring it to Tony, you bring what the fuck happens
with the single? Yeah, it just started with the riff that starts the song, and then that just kind of like turned into like we had half of the song, and then I kind of took it home and worked on it for like a year, and just had like 30 different choruses and different bridges.
There was even a time where like Tony and I were like writing we were missing like sections of the song, and we wrote just a million ideas and just try to plug and play and see, like, we figured out 1,000 ways not to make the song. That's what we did. And then we finally, you know, with the help of Paul in New Orleans, we finally like put the puzzle pieces together, and it's just like that last piece is like sitting over here, and you're like, does this make...
And the song's like super simple too. There's like really not a lot to it at the end of the day. But
I remember
like,
when
it was just finding the right vibe.
This moment of putting it together, and then the picture was there, and you're like,
you guys did that. You really mentioned like something that I really want to touch on. It is a vibe, and is that like how again, because nobody sent me the fucking album. Like, is that the vibe of
nobody loves me?
Nobody fucking loves me, dude. I fucking like. I've been listening to this goddamn song on repeat. How's that? Is the rest of the album like that vibe? Like, is that do we follow this through line through the entire thing?
Yeah, I think the through line is that the songs are like tried to make them more revealing. You know, like less like shit going on at all times. Like a little more like bold with like the riffs and with the recording sound. Everything is like super like
accessible.
It's just revealing. Like it's like you taking like for lack of a better word, the veil off of like things, and just being like super raw with
that's a good way.
Your choices. So like, you know, super simple guitar riff, but very powerful. Like,
I think it's a great example. Past Nirvana, like if you break it down, it's just like one riff that's like 3 notes.
Yeah,
and that's kind of like what he's saying. Like, that's kind of how the album. At least that's, I guess, our take on it. It just felt a little bit unlike anything we've ever done before. Normally, we're trying to dress up and make it this big grand
I'm gonna
thing.
let you know that you have the most radio voice in this entire room. Like, I'm just letting you know. But you are also right. Like, it feels stripped. It feels stripped, but it feels like it feels perfect. Is the thing. Like I have said. Like, fucking, I haven't shared it with anybody. The only person that's seen it or heard it and like anything is like somebody staying with me, because I'm not sending this motherfucker to anybody. And I was like, if this is what I would, if I was to start a band in 2022,
I would love that, by the way, if you did.
This is what I would want it to sound like. Like that exact song. So it's like, does the rest of the album do that? With the one song that I heard.
I hope so.
I hope so. Yeah, I mean, I guess
there's a lot of pressure now, but I fucking hope so.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Now I almost don't want to give you the record, because right now you're at a perfect spot.
Let's just leave Morgan where he's at. Just one song, and then we've already won him over. We don't want to. There's only downhill from here.
It's like,
what if you hate the rest of it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you if I hate it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you if I hate it. But like, I can't. Dude, I get, like I said, I get sent so many songs, and I fucking hate them. Like, I like really do. Like, I like don't like a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, you know, we all get sent stuff. We've been doing this for a long time. When you guys been a band for like fucking 20 years.
07?
2007.
Carry the one.
06, 07,
24, 25.
Like
I don't know. Who knows?
Okay.
Who's counting?
However many years that is.
Yeah.
Who does math? And it doesn't matter. Like,
we
we've
passed
done
our 10-year
3
anniversary,
Warped
and
Tours.
that was pretty cool.
That's enough.
We've
done 3 Warped Tours. That's
we like to gauge the amount of
age
of our band by how many Warped Tours you've done.
Some bands haven't even done
4.
We've probably done 4 Warped Tours.
It's drastically changed.
Yeah.
Tony drastically changed the timeline of like, you're like, that's like another.
That's like another decade. Add another decade.
The fucking big deal.
Yeah.
Dude, but like, you guys have been doing this for so fucking long, and I know that everybody's like sent you shit, and you're like, listen to this and do all this shit. And it's like, is this album that like, are you guys proud of this album?
Oh yeah.
Of course. This was like the most, like, at least for me, it's my opinion, but the most connected I felt with the rest of the dudes, living in the house, making music in a house, like waking up, music, eating lunch, music, more music, having a great, like we're in New Orleans, so we're eating all kinds of amazing food, going back to the studio, making music. And then when the producer went home, we would still like fuck around because we were just in it, you know? So that to me felt, we were just connected until the moment we went to sleep, woke up. It was like nonstop for like a month and a half.
So one thing Paul Meany did that I thought was really cool, we never really jammed songs out like that late in the recording process. So while we were tracking, he would have us all plugged in. And sometimes when we were on a part, we would all just start playing stuff. We would just jam for like, 15, 20 minutes. He would track it all and we'd go back and pick out pieces. And usually by the time we're tracking, we're not doing that anymore. And it was kind of cool to still be adding that late in the studio process.
Was it like when you guys first started? When like we all, like I grew up playing in fucking like shitty bands in Tucson. Like they were just garage like things. And I remember there was a moment where you're like, we fucking hit it. We're just gonna keep doing it.
I feel like everyone's in a shitty band until they're not.
Yeah.
It's
no, we're like that's it.
You have to start that way, and then one day you're kind of like, oh, did we find something here?
Yeah, but I felt that way. I felt that way when I was playing in those bands, and now, and as opposed to like doing what I do now. Like there's like a connection that I have with the people that I do it with that felt a lot different, at least. And like that's when I listened to this one fucking song, I felt it. Like I really, really, really felt it. And like not bullshitting. There's no bullshit here. Like I really did feel it.
Very kind of you to say,
dude. It's just the truth. Yeah. I'm not gonna like fucking like bullshit around like anything. Like. You all been gone for like fucking 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time. And I know that like pandemics suck for me.
Just a small pandemic in between there.
How the fuck was it for, like, how, I know like, like Vic and I have worked together like through the pandemic, but like how's it been for you guys?
I mean, honestly, I could probably speak for the world that it sucked. Like it was crazy, but for our industry in particularly, it was like, we're in the business of crowds. Like that's our whole, and the better business does, the bigger the crowds get, right? That's kind of the whole point of this. So when that happened, we were like the first industry to shut down and like the last one to get back going. So I've at one point was scared that live music wasn't going to be the same anymore. And it probably won't be, but like to the level of like live concerts aren't going to be a thing. We're going to have to do car shows, drive-in shows. Like I thought that was going to be the new normal. And I was so scared, terrified. Yeah. I was like, holy shit, like the thing that I've been wanting to do my entire life, perform with people just crowded in a massive, like, I don't think that's going to exist anymore. That questioned it, like that's the scariest thing ever.
Dude, it was like doing, like we had to like do fucking internet shows.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, this is not the same.
I had friends
feeling.
tell me they went to like a drive-in to see a band and they're like, it was cool, but it was like, this is not the vibe. And then obviously the at-home concerts, great, but it's not the same. And that to me, and the fact that things are kind of getting back to normal, like made my heart go, oh my God, like nothing can replace live music. Like nothing. Like they tried and it's like still back. And I'm so thankful, happy that we survived it. Because a lot of people, a lot of companies, businesses like didn't, so I'm so thankful. We're all super thankful.
Dude, why do you guys think that is? Why do you think that you guys fucking survived it and all these other bands did not? Like why? Like like I've seen a lot of like, dude, I saw a lot of great bands get formed during the pandemic. I saw a lot of dude, really, really good bands get formed during the pandemic, and now they don't don't exist anymore. And it's just like you guys have been constantly pushing through, and constantly like after like whatever. I don't mean to keep going back to the fucking song, but it's like. Moving forward, like, and like being a band and being like friends and being people like that want to do this and want to see live audience, like
yeah, absolutely. I think that I mean, we never really lost sight of like what we wanted to do. Like we always kept working and like talking about the future of the band and like what our next, after once we crossed like 10 years as a band, we were like, all right, what's the next 10 years going to be for us? So we were like, we always had our eye on like the future and the bigger picture, and just continued, slowly working on our record. And but
Very slowly.
Yeah, very, very slowly.
Very slowly.
At a snail's pace.
Snail's
Very
pace. We worked on
slowly,
this
dude.
record, but
There was a lot of things going on. You
some-
know?
Yeah.
You guys
Some
both
might
got
say too long.
married. You guys both got married during that time. Like,
Yeah.
that was wild.
Vic, what is the first thing I ask you every single time I talk to you?
What?
How's your wife?
Oh, my wife is great.
How's your wife? How's it
I thought it was
being a
gonna be
fucking
something, like,
husband?
provocative.
No, it wasn't like, no. It's like, how's it
How are
like,
your buns, hun?
nice buns, where are you from?
Danielle
San
is
Diego?
great. Yeah, we're.
That's very
everything's-
kind of you.
Yeah, we had our wedding, and that was beautiful. And God, this guy got married like while we were recording. We like
Not his fault. It was not his fault.
Yeah,
How'd that-
the wedding got pushed back a year because of the pandemic.
Well, what
And then
happened?
It happened to be right in the middle of the studio.
Yeah, we were like
time.
recording.
Did you have
and
to
then
dip out?
Just dipped
Yeah,
out to
we all
Cabo.
did.
Yeah,
We all
they came
left.
with me.
Yeah.
You dipped out?
Yeah, I went
Yeah.
down to Cabo for a few days to have the wedding, and then straight back into the studio.
Did Michelle get mad at you?
Our
Oh,
manager, yeah.
I mean, I don't think she was stoked, but we had to do it.
Our manager was just like, we just have to get this record done at all costs. We're like, he's getting married. Okay. But then after that, we got to get it done. I was
Dude,
like,
but what's this like, you know, you've got stuff coming up. You have sold out UK stuff.
Ooh,
Like sold out UK stuff.
Oh, I'm so
that
excited.
was wild.
Without doing shit for a couple of years.
Couple years. It's been more than a couple years, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think we were shocked, happy, all the words. We were blown away that the tour sold out so fast. I think we were just like,
Are you?
we were, well, I mean, you
Like
never know.
it's not surprising. Like it's not surprising. Like at this point, like you know, like we're at a very strange place with culture and the internet, where you guys are legitimately trending all of the time. TikTok, like fucking all of the time. It is just like, did
Trending
it
all
feel
the
like
time.
we took a like why do you think why? Like in your like what the fuck?
I don't know. That stuff's crazy to me because sometimes I feel like when we do have a lot of downtime or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm like, do people remember or what? And then something like what you're saying, these like things on the internet happen, and I realize everyone's still there and everyone's waiting because you you get those fears. You're like, did they all
Totally.
forget about us? Like, are we still? Do they still want to come to a show?
I want to
Tony would
believe.
just call me and be like, "Hey,
Are we still a band?
we're still a band, right?" I'll be like, "Yes, Tony, we're fine. Don't worry."
I want to believe it's the fact that I open the door for everyone every time at every restaurant, bar. I think that's just karma.
That's what it is?
I try. Well, it's a
Helping
little piece
old
of it.
ladies across the street?
I want to believe that has something to do with it. Every time I go out, I always try to open the door. The other day I was walking out of, and it was like an older couple, and I saw them coming, and I opened the door, but it was like I did it way too soon. So then they had to do the little
like
mini,
the whole thing.
They had to
where
do
you're
the
like,
little mini hustle, and one of the guy had a cane, but he wasn't using it. So I'm like, dude, at that point, like I don't know what to do. Like he was just kind of holding it. So I was like, try to be a nice guy, but it was just an awkward. I felt weird
So
afterwards.
you think that's why?
That's why you
Why
guys
we're
are so
still- yeah,
successful.
just those
It's
things.
because you've been holding doors for people.
I just want to believe
Thank
in
you.
I think
karma.
that's a part of it.
Thank you for putting in all the work.
Somewhere in
Just doing
there.
any kind of help.
Dude,
I
I
can.
honestly, you want to know what? It sounds like a fucking nuts thing to say, but I also feel the same way. I'm just like, yo, if I'm just like nice to somebody, like
yeah, maybe
then
the universe.
Hey.
I don't know. I still believe in that kind of stuff. Hopefully, but
There
I
you go.
mean,
He doesn't kill bugs.
I don't even kill bugs. I like
You
take
throw
them
the spiders outside?
Yeah. Well, first of all, they terrify me,
There's
and I'm not trying to have like
Too
a
scary.
weird nightmare, like attacked by spiders. But I'm just like, ugh.
what's that dumb thing where they were like, oh, like a billion spiders go in your mouth at night?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was like like an average person swallows like 25 spiders
Okay,
in a year.
I literally don't.
Dude, when I
think,
heard
That
that,
can't
I
be
literally
true.
like
don't think that's true.
I like.
can't be.
I think it was during all the like space. All the billionaires are going into space, and I was like, "Take me with you. I want to leave the spider-ridden planet."
Every fucking day, every day, every time something comes out on the news, I'm like, get me off of this motherfucker. Like, get me out of here. Like,
Yeah.
get me the fuck out of here. And then, like, I'm going to go ahead and bring it back to the album because, like, then I hear something like you guys, and I'm like, all right, I'm done.
I'll stay
It's
for
like,
a
I'm
little
like,
bit.
it's like, fine. I'm like, I'll stay here. I'll stay here for a little bit, and then some fucking stupid news article will be like,
Mm-hmm.
you eat a billion spiders, and I'm like, what? Fucking like what? This is not even fucking news.
Yeah.
It's not a news thing. But like it's been like it is a very this was a very difficult thing, at least personally, for me to we were based in live events. I spent the entire pandemic at my parents' house in Tucson, Arizona, and I was not good. I was not good. Like I was like sleeping in the closet on the floor, like during the day, not good. Like this is all I knew. I'm not good at anything. I don't know how to play fucking bass. I don't know how to play fucking guitar. I don't know how to sing. I don't know how to do any of this shit. And like I was like, this is it. I just know how to throw parties, and I can't throw parties. So it felt so, I guess the word was hopeless. Like I feel like the word was hopeless. And like that gave everybody the time to like get on the internet and be assholes about things and like voice their opinions, and like because we had nothing else to do. So it like made me, I was like, it fucked me up. Like it fucked me up, and it's still like I still haven't like recovered from like what.
A little bit traumatic, like trying to come back and like just dive back into shows, and like nothing's been going on. Yeah,
dude, how's it? I mean, like, but you guys got the fucking sold out shit. When's the first thing? Like, tell me, like, what's the trajectory of like what's happening?
God knows how long, in like a week and a half, or like less than a week.
Yeah.
Wow, just saying that out loud is like.
Yeah, I can't even picture being on stage again. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah. Like I'm just like I don't even know what
I'm gonna.
I have so many feelings about it that I can't even.
You scared?
Like, a little bit. There's
nervous,
like that. There's
excitement.
I know once we get on stage, it'll all be fine. But like God, it's like it's been such a long time coming to just playing again. You know,
we had a joke that it was just like we're just gonna go up on stage and like our first like big move, you know, a little whip or something. We're just gonna pop.
Yeah, just like,
everything's done.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like, holy crap, that was unbelievable. But what about the show tomorrow? No, I think like what Vic was saying, I think it feels like this crazy mountain to climb, but I think once you're there, I think all of our experience over the last 15 years will just kind of kick in and stuff.
Yeah, and touring is like the funnest part about being
all
a
the
band.
Like reward,
like,
this is all the
recording is like it's always a difficult process, it's like takes a lot out of us, and so
but then you have to go do the fun motherfucker, like, and you guys like actually still are like touring is great.
Oh yeah, I mean that's all we want to do is play shows.
We've been a little domesticated, but we're gonna try to get back into the swing of things.
But I mean, like, I fucking hate touring. Like
our writer changed a little bit over the years.
Yeah,
you get a little more adult writer
still. And then we decided we do need the Hot Pocket still.
Yeah,
so
need them.
So it hasn't changed that much.
I mean, it's been very interesting having somebody from Australia stay with me. Like, she's like, Trader Joe's is like the godsend of all foods.
Stores.
Yeah, she's never seen like fucking peanut butter, the peanut butter like pretzel things. Yeah. And I was like, okay, that's just like every set. Yeah. Like that's like classic America.
It's like Vegemite is Australia's like big thing, right? Like everyone talks about it like it's a thing. I'm like, is it really a thing? Like I don't know.
Does it taste like dirt? What does it taste like? Shit.
What's like America's thing? Like Starbucks? Is that like what is? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea what America's thing is, but like all I know is that I went to Europe a couple of years ago, and it was like right when it was like during all the Trump shit, and I was like, are they mad at me? Like I was like going to a cab, and I'd be like, I'm from America. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm from America.
I feel like that constantly 24/7 all the time. I'm like, are you guys mad at me?
Yeah. Like,
is everyone mad at me?
I was like, I didn't do it.
Well,
like,
we were getting cabs over there, and like the cab driver would be like, are you guys okay? What are you going to do? Are you all right? Like, we're like, I think so. I'm not sure.
Dude, we don't know. Yeah. We grew up playing in fucking bands. How the fuck are we supposed to know?
Rock and roll, man.
Like, how the fuck am I supposed to know what to do? But it was like, I really, like, I went over there and I realized, like, now America feels really, 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 really different. Like, it feels really different. Like, it feels like as a place where you used to be proud to be from. Like, I'm just like, we exist.
We exist.
Like, we exist here. And, like, we're not, like, who knows what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. I try to keep my pride about our country because, like, it's where we live,
Yeah.
But, like, we got to work on some shit.
Yeah.
A lot of shit.
Anytime that question gets brought up, I'm like, well, I'm Mexican and Mexico, baby.
Have you been to jail in Mexico?
Yeah, no, I've not. Yeah, that's a great question. I have not.
Well, it's bad.
I'm sure.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It sucks.
I haven't been to jail in America, so
Sounds like a place
Both
you
of
just
them are bad.
Might not
Yeah.
come back from.
yeah.
No, both of them are bad. Both of them are really bad.
I've been in Mexico and been pulled over plenty of times, but there's a lot of sweet talking involved, and that's always the thing. But
I had to give it up to Mexico for throwing my ass in jail. Like I really like in the
straightened
moment.
you out a little bit.
I was like, oh fuck, dude, this is like I was mad in the moment. I was pissed in the moment. I was also drunk in the moment. But like they did the best way to get you in jail. Like they would fill up a fucking water bottle, like I don't know, like or like a little plastic cup. It was like this, and they filled it with like 100% alcohol, and they'd put a plastic straw in it, and then they'd light it on fire. And if you didn't drink it in front of your friends, it would melt all over the place, and you look like a pussy. And so like yes,
Wow.
and so they would get you fucking hammered, and then they'd go out to the street,
Straight to jail.
go out to the street, do something fucking stupid, and then guess what? I would do something stupid, and 2 times, like 2 times.
Fool me once,
Like no, this is my fault. But I was like very, very impressed with them being like, I'm gonna get these, like, and then they take your money. The federales take your money. They take all this shit, and I was like, impressive scheme. I was like, really impressive scheme. Like, really good job.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, I thought it was fucking awesome.
Viva Mexico, man.
No jail, anybody?
No jail.
Tony, no jail.
Yeah, yeah. Knock on wood. I have not.
Yeah.
They're very
jail
rude to you
before.
there.
They're very rude to you there.
Trying to avoid that at all costs.
I mean, it's been really nice to know you guys over the years because, like, doing Emo Nite for so long, I met a lot of artists, and you guys have continued. This is my first show back, guys.
Yeah,
You got it. You got it, buddy. You're doing
you guys
amazing.
Thank you so much. You guys have continuously been like the nicest people to me, and I've seen that through your fans. I've seen that through like Reddit boards. I've seen that through Instagram posts. Like, these guys are genuine. They're genuine people. They're
Thanks,
good
man.
people.
You
And
too.
it's
I
like,
mean, I've supported what you've done since like the beginning. I wanted somebody to do what you're doing, like, for so many years, ever since we started going to the UK, and like we would see clubs playing punk music and pop punk and all kinds of stuff like that, and we're like, when is somebody gonna do this, like, in America?
We just always thought it was less like, that's just not what you do here. People don't like this music enough for it to be like at a club or at a like an event like that.
Yeah, and
like
then
it was in the UK.
When we found out you were doing this, man, it was just like,
Yeah.
I was so excited, and then when I met you, I was just like even more pumped.
dude, it's a very strange thing because it wouldn't exist without you, and like the fact that like I get to fucking host a radio show and talk to like bands that I grew up listening to that have become my friends, and have like catapulted like a career where I can like buy a car. Like I can like
Congrats
do that.
on that, by the way.
Thank you so much. RAV4. I did it because
baby.
I did it because of Vic.
There you go,
Like,
baby.
he was like, I got Toyota, and I was like, that's a good car. I'm gonna
That's a
fucking do
great
that
car.
shit. And like,
It's an adult move. I appreciate that.
dude, it's a very strange thing. Like, like
For someone who's been in Mexican jail, that's a great move. I love it.
they're gonna take it
Have
from
your
me.
own
Like,
show
I'm
on
like,
Amazon and
Unbelievable.
RAV4.
Unbelievable.
I'm faking it. You guys are not faking it. Like, I swear to God, the fucking songs that you guys put out for the like, dude, King for a Day is fucking like #1 on.
It returned out of nowhere. That's the craziest
We're having
thing.
our Kate Bush moment with that song.
Dude.
We're running up that hill again.
The
Crazy.
fuck.
Run up the hill, run up the fucking mountain. That's incredible. I couldn't believe it.
Yes.
Dude, we've been playing it for fucking 8 years. We've been like doing it since we started, and now it's like I'm seeing it, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Well,
and I'm
that's
like, is it just because it is a great, like, is it because it's great music, or
Just like just people out there just doing their
being,
thing with
being
it. I don't
creative.
know,
That's
it's
why I love
blowing our
like the
minds.
TikTok, the Instagram, all of that stuff. That the viralness of it is just people being creative with stuff that we've heard already, and just taking it and putting it a new spin on it and stuff. Like, the song's been out for like 10 years. Like, we released Collide with the Sky came out 10 years ago.
I just love like just the creativity of people out there. Like, just when you're confined in like an amount of time, or like, you know, you only get so many seconds to do something like interesting.
Unbelievable.
And like people do the wildest stuff, and I freaking love it.
Dude, it's like Vine. Were you guys like into Vine?
I love the concept of it. I never really was super into it when it was around, but I just like
Vine
I
was
love that
like
concept
the
of
six seconds.
Yeah, they limited it. Like that's the thing is like I don't know. I feel like I'm like I might be way too old for TikTok, but every time I go on it, I'm like king for a day, king for a day, king for a day. Somebody's doing king for a day.
It is wild, and the production value of all these TikToks are just getting like blowing. I'm like, that's like better than our production.
Yeah, dude, shooting
it's
TikToks
wild.
are better than our music videos.
Yeah, what?
It's amazing.
Isn't it wild? Like it's another. I have a lot to say about like production shit.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like a fucking like 15-year-old can make an amazing music video with their iPhone, and you have like everybody standing around paying them $1 bazillion to just do nothing. Like I have a lot to say about it. It's probably the wrong place to say it.
Yeah. But it does level the playing field a little bit and forces you to be kind of thinking outside the box.
Well, just the other day when we were shooting the video for a song, Morgan grabbed the cast and just started shooting iPhone footage of them, like at our location.
Oh, yeah.
Just like for fun to like add more footage, and we're totally gonna use it. It's gonna be sick.
It looked great, yeah.
Are you
Thanks
gonna
for
actually use it?
Yeah. 100%.
At this moment in time, yes.
I think it'll
But
be
who
fun.
knows?
Like, dude, I think it's like fucking whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking.
It's
talk
great.
about
It
No,
was
we're
good.
100% using
it.
it.
Like
It's great.
after I heard the song, I was like, okay. But before I heard the song, I was like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck these guys want. Like, I'm gonna do whatever you want. Also, like, weird to cast me. I'm small and fucking weird and like not, you know, like what I mean. Like, I was like, if you want, you know, like but I was like, after I heard it, I was like, fuck, dude, there should be like quick movement. There should be quick, all this shit, all these motherfuckers that
My
like,
director brain started.
yeah, it was really hard for me to not like, to sit, it was hard for me to like sit still during that. But
Sure.
you guys just like came back from, you did a second shoot last night.
Yeah.
Had a few shots left over. But it's funny, I remember when Vic said he hit you up about casting the video, and he kind of gave you the vibe of like what kind of look we were
thinking,
going
yeah.
for. And he said you were responding like, "Oh, those are all my friends. That's what me and my
Literally
friends look like."
my
Perfect.
friends. We're like, easy.
Dude, it is wild because like these are, and they also like, I gotta tell you, all of them were like, I will do this for no money. Like, I love
is
Pierce the
incredible.
Veil. Like, I love
Jesus.
Pierce the Veil, and a lot of them are like really young. A lot of them are really, really young, and all these kids that we're seeing on TikTok are really, really, really young, and they love your band. Like, it's
Crazy.
Yeah.
this was a
Huge thanks to them, by the way, on the air. They were all great.
Oh,
Cast and crew were fantastic.
Dude, but huge thanks to like all the fucking like young kids that are like going out and like listening to all of the albums that you guys have put out for the last fucking like 400 years.
Yeah.
That's something that goes back to like what we were talking about earlier about not knowing where we're at when we're kind of off from tour or whatever. But it's crazy finding out that there's young people still finding out about us when we've been off for a while. Because a lot of our fans by now, like there's people that have been coming to our shows since they were in like high school. Now they're like, then we'd see them going through college, and then we'd see the same fans back, and they're like, I have a kid now to
with
bring
kids,
in to the
families,
show.
and
Like,
stuff. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's just like we watched people grow with us, and now we're seeing new people start that, and it's crazy.
I mean, it's beautiful.
I think the thing I'm most excited about is that I keep getting these comments that are like, I've never seen you guys live before, and I can't wait to see it. And I'm
That's
like,
a hard thing to
oh,
like
shit,
understand.
that's
'cause I'm
crazy because
wait,
like, yeah, we haven't played a show in like 5 years or something like
Yeah.
that. So it's like, yeah, there's gonna be people who just actually haven't
Totally.
seen us ever play before. So
and the
that's-
fact, like in
that's
my
so
brain, I'm like, I
exciting.
feel like I played 1,000,000 shows in my mind, right? My old
yeah, dude.
Mexican
does
brain.
that like feel like is there that pressure there to like impress this fucking new audience that's never seen you?
I'm super excited too. Like I
feel like it's
yeah,
I think there's
rejuvenating.
always that pressure. We always want to like put on
yeah. We've been
impressive
like
show if we can.
yeah. We definitely
the
try to
best we
kill
can.
ourselves in that aspect of the performance aspect. Like we try to put on the best possible show with whatever time we have, whether it's a festival, our headline show, a support tour, whatever we're doing, just make the most impactful set with the most like moments we can possibly think of. And like to have that kid go, holy shit, that was a Pierce the Veil show.
Dude, I mean, I told you, like I told you guys like fucking a bazillion times, like watching. I did a very small deep dive. Like I did a very small deep dive into Pierce the Veil. it is not something like it's like I didn't do I have 0 notes in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
I have like things to like that I have to point out, but like I spent the most of my day watching all these interviews with you guys where I was like, they've been doing this for a really long time and they have consistently been fucking awesome. And it's very, very, very hard to find a band that can impress whatever, it sounds shitty, but me with like new music after been doing it for so long, and I'm not going back to like the old stuff. And I think that that's what like this new album is going to do, and like I am really, really, really proud of you guys for fucking like however long you took in the fucking studio. Like I think that you guys nailed it and needed to do it. I'm happy you did. And I'm happy that like Vic didn't come to Emo Nights when I like you like work when Michelle was like he has to work in the fucking studio. I'm happy you didn't, because like if this is the art that comes out of it, then that's what matters. Like that really is what matters.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, I think we just like put a lot on ourselves to like just try our best to put out like something that we feel proud of and that we like, and
it's safe to say that we don't skimp on any part of the process, like from the actual tracking to mixing. Like mixing the album was its own separate like chunk of time that we spent hands-on with our mixer Adam Hawkins every day, like literally Zoom calls. Like technology's crazy now. Like that didn't exist when we were like our last album. Like they would just send us mixes and we'd be like, that's cool, that's not cool, whatever. This was like full on Zoom in his studio. He's in Tennessee. It was crazy. Like that's just, we were fully involved in like every step of the process, like we normally are. So it's like,
I think like,
I'm sorry, Vic, what?
I think it even, sorry, I just want to add, like, I think it goes like back to like, for me, I think about when I was in school and like I tried really hard in school and got like good grades and stuff like that, but I don't really know why. Like I don't know why like I like felt afraid of like getting an F or something like that. I don't know where that fear came from, because my parents weren't like pressuring me or anything like that. But I always had this like thing that I was like, I have to get a good grade. Like, I don't know, that's what you're supposed to do, right? And like so I would just do that, and I kind of feel like that way about music too. I'm just like, I'm like afraid of like doing something like shitty,
half-assed,
and
yeah.
I like
No,
so
totally.
I just want to like go so hard and like make it like the best fucking thing we could possibly ever do, like to the point where it's like, you know, you're just like driving yourself crazy to try and just make sure that this thing is actually good and like doesn't suck.
Dude, I think we drive ourselves crazy for art.
Yeah, that was like my parents saying the same thing. Like, if you want to quit whatever job you're doing and do music, do it. Just don't half-ass it. Like, do it. Don't fuck around. Just go full force. Do it. And that to me, I'm like, okay, well then, yeah, I'm not gonna skip any corners, not do anything and stuff. And with this band, I think that's kind of been our secret. Like, just we don't half-ass it. Like, we do everything. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it as the best of our abilities as we can. And that kind of takes time.
It takes time. Well, what does it feel like? Well, what is this to you guys? Because once again, I haven't heard the fucking. What does this album feel like?
Wish I had headphones.
What is it like? How did you go from doing the last album to this album? Like, what were you guys like? Did you make conscious decisions to go like, I'm gonna make this different, I'm gonna do this different, or I'm gonna do this different, and I want it to sound like this?
Yeah. It was more natural than anything. Like, we didn't really like set out to do anything in particular. I think we were just like, I was definitely playing different guitar riffs and things that were kind of like being inspired by all kinds of different styles that I've loved since I was a kid. And so, you know, I talk about it like I was just doing whatever my hands were wanting to play. Like on guitar, I would just like follow that, you know. So whatever kind of riffs are coming out is what we sort of went forward with. And yeah, I mean, it all kind of just felt a lot different than the last records, where we kind of felt like we didn't want to repeat at all. It just kind of felt like the natural thing was not to do
what
exactly
we've already
what
done.
We did on
so.
like kind of like our last couple records and
also
do something a little different.
Paul Meany, our producer, has just he's also an artist, you know. So this is our first time we've ever worked with essentially another artist. You know, he was in Mute Math. He was the frontman for Mute Math, and
fucking rock, dude.
yeah, like
Mute Math is sick,
dude. They were so sick. So it was a different type of process just from his mindset. You know, we've always like Dan Corniff is like, in my opinion, one of the best engineers, rock mixers like in the game, and for you know he's done so many amazing albums. So it was just a different type of like how we recorded stuff, how we were doing stuff. At one point, you know, Paul he loved just being like, you get on this instrument, you do make that noise, and he would call them like fuck all tracks, and he would just start recording, and we would just start making noise and adding stuff to, you know, and see what would fit for the song, and then we would, like Tony was saying earlier, take the coolest parts of that 2-minute long section of recording, and if we only used like 2 seconds.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yes, sir.
I would love that.
I'm gonna play this right now. Is this part of that? Like this part? Not this?
There is definitely some
Hold on, this.
stuff in here.
Like that
The
bend?
synth stuff?
Is that part of that?
I don't even remember.
That
might have been
was
from like
already
the OG.
That was definitely a part that was written in the song early on, but we did
Didn't you
play
add
around
some
with it.
violins with that little
So
mini bow?
perfect
Yeah.
example. Tony found, if you go to like the bridge section, Tony found online. We're like on, you know, because we have a lot of like in between dead time, and he was on his phone looking at this. Essentially, it's a violin bow made for guitars, acoustic guitars, or any kind of guitar. And it's what is it called?
I don't
I don't
remember.
remember.
Yeah. It was a little, yeah, and all it did was you put like resin on it, and you take it on an acoustic guitar, and and it sounds like a creepy violin, but it's from, you know, so you can hook it up to a guitar amp and stuff. And
I think there's layers of that in that part that you just played us.
yeah, so there's like, for example, that was, you know, we were just fucking around getting crazy sounds, and we ended up finding these cool, like scary, creepy sounds, and that's what went on the album.
Because that's like what you were talking about, Jaime. It was like fucking like that what you just explained. Like what you just talked about a while ago. I was like,
normally we have a producer who's like, okay, let's get the drums, then the bass, then the guitars, so this process was literally like, we have that in the demo form. Let's see if we can just find something out and take it to the next level. You know, see if we can beat whatever's there. You know, and that was a very interesting approach for us. Like we've never done that before. We always were like, we came prepared. This is the song. We thought that was it. He's like, well, what if we try this or go above it and see if we can, you know, we already know what's there. Let's try to beat it.
were there things that you like didn't absolutely want in this album? Like were there things that you're like, we're not gonna do? Because Vic, like, you know, like I don't want to, you know, whatever the fuck. Like I like talking to like not just you. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, hey,
talk to Vic, baby.
I feel like you
Sultry man.
vocally, like you did a lot of different stuff. At least on this track that I heard, and I really was impressed in how you did it, like, and how you were like screaming sounds fucking like different, singing sounds different, like.
He's got a voice. He's
I'm a
the voice
little
of our
older.
generation.
I'm a little wiser.
It's the voice of our generation.
Started to grow hair in really weird places.
You know, I can attest to that.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I think it was it's just about taking influences that I love and trying them and
What? From where?
Like, I mean, there's all kinds of random influences in this. Like that song has like 20 different influences of like a lot of 90s stuff, you know, like from like Beck to like freaking Butthole Surfers, which you know,
Great name.
Yeah, greatest name ever.
Yeah, it's wild that they like got away with it.
Yeah, well, how do they
To like
become
Beastie
a big
Boys
band?
to like
Yeah.
even in like the bridge, like I was thinking about that band, you know, the song "You're Unbelievable."
Yeah.
You know, the way that guy sings is like, the song is heavy and crazy, and he's singing like, "You bother me with your questions. You're always
Like he
on
doesn't
my
care.
mind." Like he's like whispering, and I was like,
Yeah.
I want to do something like that in the bridge, you know. So like it was all just tons of fun stuff that I've never tried before, you know.
The whole album like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of just
Recorded all over the fucking world.
yeah. I mean, for us, it's like whatever the song is calling for, and it, you know, it's guiding us to like where it wants to go, and we just kind of hear.
That's always been kind of our, like, we never try to force a song in any. We try to do what's best for what's there.
Yeah, I always said like if you don't scream on a song just because you want there to be screaming.
Yeah,
you scream on it because it needs that emotion. You know?
I know this is
every song should have a bass solo at least.
Honestly, dude, you fucking destroyed. Like, you really destroyed. Like, you really were like, I'm going to get this tone, I'm going to get it right, and it feels really like what you were just talking about, Vic. Like, all those influences from, like, the fucking 90s and early 2000s, and, like, this is going to be a, it's my favorite Pierce the Veil song that's ever been written. Like, for real. Like, awesome. Which is, you know, you guys have written fucking annihilating songs for the last... however the fuck. This song is, honestly, it's not maybe just one of my favorite Pierce the Veil songs, it may be one of my favorite songs.
Oh, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
We're not showing you the record. This is it.
We're leaving
it here.
We're changing the name of the show to the actually, I was going to say the Gas Hour, but that doesn't sound good at all. We're going to workshop that title, but you're gassing us up pretty good.
Yeah, it's just, hour. I mean, dude, if I hated it, I would be like,
hey, this is Jaime with the Gas Hour.
Dog, if I fucking hated it, I would tell you I fucking hated it. Like, I would be like, no, it's fine.
We just stopped hearing from Morgan for like a year. We're like, hey, dude, where are you at?
I'd be like,
I can't tell him.
No, but like, so like we can wrap it. How long we got? How long are we going for? What?
15 minutes. We've been talking for 15 minutes.
No, we haven't. Wait, how long? Oh, we've been doing 50.
Yeah.
Well, let's fucking go for like 10 more minutes.
We can keep going. That's all good.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right,
You're the boss, Big Daddy.
Well, I don't want to fucking take up your whole goddamn day. I know you guys got shit to do.
Yeah.
I don't know. How's the last?
I got plans with the mouse.
No, we don't have shit to do. This is what we're here for.
You said Disneyland after this.
Oh yeah, we
literally said Disneyland.
This whole thing was also like we kept telling Jaime this.
I only came to Disneyland.
It's just a big con that we like.
You
at one
guys
point
just
we're gonna be like, just kidding. We're actually going to Disneyland.
Like Morgan's in on it. He's like gonna dress like the mouse. You know, you have like a costume back there.
You know they can't. You know you can't dress like.
Only on certain days. Like I think there's only like 2 days where adults can dress.
No, you can't.
I'm pretty sure.
No,
we probably fact check that.
Dude, no, it's called
bounding.
Bounding, yeah. Disney bounding.
What?
Yeah, you can't dress like the fucking characters anymore.
Look like a little bit.
You can reference to it, but you can't like go full force.
There's a lot of people do like Star Wars bounding, so they can.
I understand.
You don't want little kids walking up to like strangers who aren't like professionals.
I do it all
like,
the time.
Yeah.
Okay, I dress
like a construction worker right now.
Construction
you're
worker.
Construction bounding right now.
Yeah. And I dress. I have a yellow shirt. No, I was gonna say the Minions, but that's not Disney. Sorry. Anyways,
so the last all right, so like this is your guys' interview. Like this is it. Like I don't want to. I can tell you guys as many stories as like whatever.
I love your stories.
Yeah, they're
Let's
fucked
talk
up.
about jail more.
Yeah.
Dude, I have one that like I can't say on air. I'll tell you after.
Excellent.
I might tell you, but like it's like so the last. It's involving soap.
Oh God.
But it's not the thing that you would think that it is.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
You'd be the worst like interrogation guy. Be like, all right, did you do this? And you're like, nah, but I'll tell you later. All right, I'll tell you right now.
He was real hard to crack.
I'm not dude. I will tell anybody anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like I already
you.
fucking signed this check. You know what I mean? Like I signed this check. Like it'd be like, this is if you like me, like me. If you don't like whatever. So like the last, it has. Well, I just want you guys to make sure that this interview is the interview that you guys want going out, that you guys want to say everything that you wanted to say. I don't give a shit if you like pizza or hot dogs. I don't give a shit if you like fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care about that stuff. I don't think people care about that stuff either. I think it's a really fucking stupid thing to ask. It bothered me to watch interviews with you guys.
Sometimes it bothers us too.
Like I hate getting interviewed. It's my least favorite fucking thing in the entire world. They're like, how the fuck did you come up with email? Like Google it once.
Yeah.
Dog, like Google it once. Like I don't need to know that stuff, but like this is like I really do want you guys to take over the last like 10 minutes and anything that you want to say that's happened over the last like fucking 5 years, that what you have coming up, like what you have going on. This is your show.
Yes.
It's our show.
We did it.
like I want you guys to be proud of like an interview that you gave, and I feel like me asking stupid questions like that is not beneficial to that.
Yeah. Hey. I mean, yeah. I mean,
a lot of stuff planned.
Tons of stuff coming up. You know, we're super excited about the future and just like what, you know, all the like uncertain times that we've had over the last like 4 years of just like always knowing that we're gonna make new music and do this again at some point, and it's just like all finally here, and it just feels so fucking good to like finally reconnect with everybody and also just like be together again.
Totally.
You know, because like even though we kept our eyes like and our heads on straight about like what we want to do with our band, it's like we didn't physically see each other a lot, you know, so until we started really like you know, recording and you know, practicing again and just like actually hanging out, having like this excuse to hang out all the time. It's been like amazing, and I just feel like we as a band are much closer now. Like we've all like totally. Really kind of like found new levels of communication and like love for each other and like support and stuff, you know, like we've all had to find like our little teams and our families again, you know, of like of our support teams over like, you know, tough times. And it's been awesome, like just, you know, recording with these guys. It was just like so fun and just like a whole new experience. And like
especially after that forced separation with COVID.
Yeah.
And then even when that was over, being still busy and everyone separated, when we got to stay in that house and just be in it.
Yeah, having like late nights and just like talking as like friends again.
Yeah,
you know,
watching really, really bad movies that we really love.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Con Air was one of them, but
yeah,
it's the first R-rated movie I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I think, you know, we had challenges too with this like record, you know, like this was the first record that we did without my brother, like as our drummer, which was like unimaginable for me, you know, to do an album without him. And, you know, he's not like in the spotlight anymore. He doesn't want to be on the internet. He doesn't want to like tour anymore. He's just kind of like done being a public figure, and he left the band a few years ago, but like we still had to make this record. And, you know, as much as I wanted to do with my brother, we still had to keep moving on. So it's like the best thing in the world happened out of that is like one of my friends, Brad Hargreaves from Third Eye Blind, played on the new record, and he's one of my favorite drummers on earth. And it was like just such a special like moment for us to like kind of like have someone that I've looked up to as an artist like since I was a kid. My favorite band on earth, Third Eye Blind, is like literally my favorite band, and you too, yeah. And so, you know, we were like in dire need of like someone to help us out with this record, and I asked him to do it, and he was like totally down. Flew out to New Orleans and tracked all the drums for us, and it was like
unbelievable.
It was one of the coolest experiences of our career. So, you know, out of like tough times, we kind of like still pushed forward and made like great memories out of it. So
yeah,
that's another thing that I think I'm really proud about it with this record, is like just how we've stuck together and kind of like, you know, just supported each other. And so yeah, I think we made something that we're really proud of, and we can't wait for people to hear it.
Absolutely. And you know what? I don't say this enough, but I love you boys.
Hey.
Love you too, man.
Well, love here.
Love you.
We're excited for you guys to hear.
I don't know if I say this enough, but I love you guys.
Love you too.
and I'm like, I really am proud. I swear to God, I'm proud of you. Like, I fucking think that this music is gonna change the fucking world. And I thought about. This is the second time in 6 years that I've thought that.
It's awesome.
You know,
man.
after all,
it means a lot for me, man. Appreciate you.
I thank you guys for being my first interview on something that is very scary for me.
You did a great job.
Proud
Thank
to be
you for
here.
having us.
Yeah, I'm really.
Congrats.
I wish I could hear your voice in headphones now. Morgan was trying to get me to wear headphones this entire time, and I denied him. But
no, dude.
Next time,
there's still a lot of shit to talk about, and I hope that you guys come back. We didn't talk about living the dream at all, but like,
yeah. No, Morgan, I'm super proud of you, man. I'm so stoked for you in this show. It's
dude,
gonna be fucking awesome.
We'll come back anytime. Pierce the Veil. The song comes out today. It's called Past Nirvana.
Unbelievable. Thank you guys for listening, watching. Love you. Love you.
Stream
I
it.
can't believe this is real
Love
life.
you.
I know.
Love you.
It's fucked
Love
up. Dude, it's fucked up. We're doing this shit.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Pierce Seville, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. I love you.
Love you, buddy.